Alright, here we go. An 1877 Indian head penny. This is a very, very high graded coin. You can see there, mint state 66, graded by PCGS. Guys, this thing, believe it or not, sold for a whopping $147,000. $147,000. Now obviously if this coin was in horrible condition, it's not going to sell for nowhere near that price, but $147,000 for this particular coin here. Moving on to a Morgan dollar. Who's a big Morgan dollar collector? Let me know in the comments below. I love Morgan dollars. This is an 1886 O mint mark. That means that the coin was minted in New Orleans. You can see the O mint mark there on the reverse at the bottom of the coin. And this Morgan dollar sold for over $235,000. Next up is a very well-known coin. This is a 1913 nickel, and only 5 of these were ever minted. This is known as the Hawaii 5-0 coin because there are only 5 of them, man. Could you imagine that? 5 of these V nickels here? This nickel would make you a millionaire because it sold for over $3.7 million. $3.7 million for this nickel. Now coming back down to planet Earth a little bit, this is a 1914 Denver minted Lincoln cent. Now this penny has a very high grade. Again, you can see there, mint state 66, 1914 D. Very, very nice coin. This coin sold for over $152,000. Next up is a Mercury Dime, a 1916 Denver minted Mercury Dime. Does got full bands. If you're not familiar with what full bands are, it's on the reverse of the Mercury Dime. If you guys go over and check out my Mercury Dime videos on my channel, I go more into depth about full bands and what exactly to look for. This is an extremely high grade as well, a mint state 67, and that's why this coin sold for over $207,000. Moving on to a Buffalo nickel. Love the Buffalo nickel. This is a 1917 San Francisco minted Buffalo nickel in extremely, extremely good condition. Again, very high grade, mint state 67, and this nickel here sold for over $138,000. $138,000. Next up is another well-known coin. This is a 1944 San Francisco minted Lincoln cent that was actually struck on a zinc-plated steel planchet. It does weigh 2.6 grams. Now, as all you guys know, the 1943 was the year of the Lincoln steel cent. In 1944, the mint went back to producing these pennies in copper. Now, I have done videos on that, so if you don't know the difference between the steel cents and all the different dates and all that stuff, be sure to go check out my other penny videos where I talk about those things and go further in depth. Now, this penny sold for over $373,000. Moving on to a 1993 Lincoln cent, a Denver minted Lincoln cent. Now this is very cool, guys. You see the front here is a penny. The reverse of the coin is a design of the dime. Now basically this penny was struck with the dime reverse die. So it's got a high grade as well. It is a mint error, and that's why this coin sold for over $51,000. Alright, next up is a coin that you probably are not going to have in your coin collection, but hey, you never know. If you're out there metal detecting or anything like that, definitely need to watch out for these things if you come across this, because this is extremely, extremely valuable, guys. This coin, again, could make you a millionaire. This is a Liberty Cap half cent. Now it's a 1794 with a high relief head. So I know you're asking yourself, what in the world is a high relief? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Alright, so here we go. This is how you tell the difference. If you guys want to screenshot this or pause the video, feel free to do so. 1794 Liberty Cap, large cent varieties here. It shows you all the different ones. The shorter hair, the hook on the lowest curl of hair, the lowest lock of hair curls and up and around. No hook on the lowest lock hair, all that good stuff. So be sure to go check it out. That way you know what large cent varieties are out there if you do have one of these in your collection. Now this half cent coin sold for over $1.1 million. So until tomorrow, I will see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.